Lion, Aries, 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 Lion of God, Aries, 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 higher.
I'm powerful, and my power is all that I got, and I am beautiful, and you can't tell me I'm not, 'cause ain't nobody got an expression like me, and that's my gift to humanity. It's so irrelevant who don't accept me, as long as I accept me fully.
Thought the acidic and the alkaline thought. This is what we see today when you're looking at the Messiah. Everybody's a messenger, but are you a messenger for the light, for the right things, for the righteous, or are you a messenger for the parasites, being a vampire, sucking the life out of people and you can visually see it? So we will be discussing this very, very shortly. Like I said, I'm on the bus and somebody inboxed me like, we all waiting on you live. So y'all just hold tight. I just got back from getting the energy to take care of my rent, get my fruit for the night. I'm about to get out the bus here soon. Depending on how close I am. Okay, I'm actually right here about to get off the bus. Look like scratch myself, scratch my mind. I've been sitting on this bus for a minute, and I gotta catch a taxi to the house as soon as I get off this bus. A little motor taxi. Y'all finna see me get off in 1 second. Y'all be able to see me better. Gracias, amigo. There we are. The light. Okay, so let's see. Vibes. So yeah, we're finna take it down. I want y'all people, for those who want to know, you know, I only delayed because it's nothing like waiting until the fruit gets ripe. You see? And right now, from the Most High, the fruit is ripe to take down the situation, because there's nothing like having a whole bunch of different things and receipts and events to go over to be sure that we know what we're talking about. And, you know, I was speaking with my goddess's mother, and they really didn't want me to do they was like, you know, we probably shouldn't give him my energy, but from the sun, stars, and moon, that's what a hero is for. When we have a psychopathic villain, which all villains in every magical superhero movie you have ever watched, they are all psychopaths. They all have money. They all are very sexual in nature, all looking for young women to impregnate and to steal their souls and use them like pieces. Just look at any psychopathic movie. They're all very intelligent. Stay on the computer. Stay researching different scientists and biologists. Stay trying different things and techniques. Make it look real pretty and real glamorous. And talk about what they have. Look at my disciples. Look at my computer. Look what I have done. Look what I have created when you have created nothing. Nature does not belong to you. Wisdom, information belongs to no one. What have you brought to anyone without the earth bringing the material first, without the breath bringing you the breath first? A psychopath convinces people that, you know, I am the source of your life. I'm the source. I'm the reason you got here. I'm the reason you have somewhere to stay. I'm the reason you can eat today. I'm the reason you have a phone. I'm the reason you exist. This is the mind of a psychopath, because he thinks that he's all it, and he has convinced everybody else the same thing. Weak, young minds, lost, not realizing that they have always been taken care of. They was taken care of before they got there, or they wouldn't be able to get on a plane. You always had it what you need, or you would not have got anywhere else. You was always being watched and tested by the universe. So there are things called universal statements. There are universal phrases that master manipulators, psychologists, they use to pry the minds of the weak and to find out what's in there. You see? And this is what is happening. And I got the codes today for meditating. It was telling me exactly what he's doing. So you got different psychopaths, and the one we're talking about, Elijah or Bishop Natureboy, the fake Messiah, fake demigod, I'm calling him out. You can bring him to my page. He will not come in the room. He will not let me on his page because he knows the truth. And I'm getting tired of him in people inboxes and people screenshotting, acting like he want me on his page, knowing that the moment I come over there, it is the end of his old folly, the end of his message, because he is a fake, a parasite, using the light to attract the righteous, to attract the pure wombs, the pure breasts, and to impregnate them. That's what a parasite does. The parasite wants a potentially healthy body. You see? A vampire is a human parasite. A parasite needs a host. You see? And so what it does is it provides a home, food, shelter. You can't leave me though. If you leave me, you don't love your family. If you leave out this village, you want to be somewhere else. Why would you leave when you have everything you need here? I love you. You have people that love you. You have sisters and brothers that love you. These are all across the world, sillies. You got sisters and brothers and mothers and fathers everywhere I go, whether they speak English or Chinese or Spanish. It doesn't matter what language they speak, they are able to show some type of love and light. Most of our grandmothers who were not able to correctly nourish themselves are very sick, still shining as much love as they can, doing the best they can to make sure that their grandbabies get something to eat, taking out their disability checks to share it with the youth, seeing that they're struggling with their drugs and seeing they're struggling in school, seeing that they're struggling being misled to wrong places. We got grandmothers all across the world trying to save different women from different villages, from different situations. So there's love and light all across the world. And you're always going to be tested. Don't let a psychopath use mental manipulation and spells and realize that most of these spells always apply in life. You're always going to be tested by the light. You're always going to test yourself. You're always provided for if you just get out of your own way. Mental manipulation. Vampire movies. Look up any vampire movie. Very sexual, intelligent, smart, smooth, swift. You see? Parasites are natural beings. And being that a Messiah is an anointed messenger, you will always have a Messiah for the righteous. And you will always have a Messiah for the parasites. So we're looking at chief parasite, kingpin parasite, kingpin vampire clown parasite. And most parasites and all psychopaths are also bisexual. Always bisexual in nature. You see? And whatever their same gender is, this is the gender that they usually try to abuse the most and keep away from having power. This is why the men can't have a woman there. It's a power technique. You see? This is also why he tells the women that they're pawns. You see? You tell the woman that they're pawns, you're to be used, and men, if you hit me back, then you weak and you have to get out of my village. So anybody willing to stay has already verbally, mentally, emotionally, and physically signed a contract with him. And after so long, just like any environment will grow on you, the environment of a parasite, the mind, body, soul, and the vampirific energy, we can see with our own eyes how much life has been sucked out of people that have went there. You see, not life that was given. If you gave life to disciples, when they leave, they should be shining brighter. They should not be dimmer. If everything is a reflection of your mind, then why do you keep reflecting the parasites that keep coming and going? You see? Let's use his teaching. Everything's a reflection. Everything's your mind, your thought. He asked me, he was in my inbox because he fakes with y'all. Why do you do this against me? They love you, Goku, and hate me. That's not a good thing. I told him, just like you teach the world, everything's a reflection. It is your mind reflecting you. The mind of human consciousness sees you, and they're tired of your toxic shit. That's what's happening. Everything is a reflection. You're locking yourself up in prison. You're attacking yourself with your own mind, and it's being reflected. All the eyes and all the hearts, they see you. They see the actions, and they are tired. You can't even have a good life because they're in your comments talking about the women and talking about what's going. They're in my inbox. They're reaching out to grandmothers and fathers. I heard the father of the last baby mother talking, and this was not just a stupid man. He was intelligent when he spoke. He had heart when he spoke, even though he may not know what we know. So it's time that we stop being ignorant and stop being greedy for knowledge. And the wisdom is there. Take your time. It isn't going anywhere. A lot of you have fallen for fool's gold. The real golden teacher is here. But we're falling for fool's gold because it looks prettier. It looks shimmerier. It's shining a little bit better, but it's fool's gold. It isn't pure. It doesn't come from the deep heart of earth. You have to be moving with the heart first. And that's what happens. And that is what's happening. And from the light, everything in the universe is working and waiting for the fruit of Natureboy to get right, because they're going to get his ass. And they've been slowly, y'all better pay attention through prison, through events. There's so many warnings coming to women, and everybody's around him to see it happen. That's why he has so many people around it, because they're going to see it happen. Everyone's going to witness it. It's all piling up, and it's going to be his ass. The cows watching, the birds watching, the humans watching. The whole world's watching. And this nigga's around here with AIDS, with a goddamn disease that everybody forgets that Pharaoh was on his ass about AIDS, and he called the police. The Messiah, the chosen one with the light, called the police to get Pharaoh off his ass about that disease that he got that was breaking out on his face. And Pharaoh had to stop. Y'all didn't see he just stopped cold turkey? He ran, Natureboy was running out the room. You intelligent man, you Messiah, you light. Running out the room, didn't want to hear nothing about disease. And the Messiah admitted to having sex with 2 people who got HIV positive. See, what you don't know is that he do got it. But you can't pass AIDS to everybody. They have to be just as toxic as your ass. You can't punish everybody with your shit. You see? And women who are pregnant into a high state of healing. So this is why the pregnant women don't get it. You see, a pregnant woman, her baby and her breast milk, they both enter a high state of healing. And naturally, when they enter this high state of women healing, all of them know that Natureboy got a disease. They subconsciously leave because they know their body, and the baby rejects this nigga. The baby and the woman, all of his kids, every last one of them, they reject this nigga. They rejecting this frequency. They reject this vampire, this parasite, and they're tired of it. I bring truth. I bring the light for the parasite. And I don't have to worry about retaliation live, because the only thing he's going to do is get on y'all inbox and say what he will say and say what he will do. But me is not blocked on my page. I have entered his live. I have requested to come in. But he knows the moment I come and we see a great ape of the great gates, the Lion of Judah, the all-seeing owl, a starseed, a yogi, yang, air-bending, fire-breathing, earth-shaking, water-flowing Buddhist monkey. I'm the one key harmony of the Most High I, the living word, the living light, a savior to save her, to save earth, to save mother, brother, father, sister, nature, to save what's yours and what's ours. A hero from the zero of the great spiral, of the great portal, of the Most High love and light. A hangman hung on the floor, at the core, with the source. I'm the parable. I'm the song. I'm the chant. I'm the song. I'm the heart. I'm the harp. And I'm the hard work. And that's what it takes. Hard work for you to access the treasure chest, the treasures that are locked away within your body. This is what it means where I see you in the body is the temple, and that when you take care of it, all the jewels you call talents and thoughts and your imagination will be given back to you. And when you're toxic, your memories will be taken. Your emotions will be stressed. And your actions will be out of harmony with alignment in life. And you will find yourself lost, not knowing where to go on a beautiful earth, not knowing where to live, not knowing how to eat with 200,000 different plants that are sweet to your goddamn tongue on the planet, not knowing where to bathe when it's filled with goddamn oceans and rivers, not knowing where to live when we see the beautiful tropics. We would rather go vacation there than live there. We're out of harmony because we've been attacked by a system that is oppressive, by a system that is a psychopath. You see, by a system that has the same vampirific energy that birthed the demon we see today. And the light is tired. That's what happened. The only way to stop a parasite is to stop giving it energy. Stop giving it attention. None of the shit he says is his. He ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of people cut up, whole bunch of biologists and scientists cut up and pretty mean, shared across the world, talking about, look what I fucking did. Look what I did. I chopped up everything for you. Look what I did. Look what I can teach. Then look into the guy like he got a new code. They ain't doing no fucking spiritual work, no breath work, no daily fucking exercises, no daily fucking yoga. You see what I'm saying? All you want to talk about is sex and astrology. You see? This is parasites. You know how many babies parasites have in one day? You see? A parasite can have over 1 million babies in one day. Every day, anybody who eats meat, by the way, there's no dead meat that exists without parasites as they decompose the meat. So if you eat meat, you have parasites, period. And if you eat any food that needs the function of decomposition, you have parasites because that's what decomposes food. You see, living bacteria, parasites, and worms and things. So it's better to go ahead and just eat from the garden instead of eating from the cemetery, instead of living like a tomb and live like a temple, live like a shrine and shine from the heart. You see, shine from your soul. But you cannot let the weapon of the word destroy you. The word can always be used for positive or negative. And when you read it, it affects you in a negative or positive way. We have to stop supplying energy and information. And the more aware we are of what's happening, the easier it is to do something about it. See, most of us wasn't aware of universal statements and aware of how a psychopath works. I encourage those to read my story and go over it. I broke it all down on my story. I gave the photos, I gave the images, I sent some links for those who needed it. It's just to help everyone understand how it works. You see? Psychopath. Psychic. See, people think psychopaths are stupid. These are the smartest people in the world. Psychopaths are not stupid. All they do is sit in front of computers all day and study and create. This nigga got a troll page. How do you have a fucking troll page as a fucking messiah? For what? So they get behind troll pages, don't want to show their real face, and these young girls' inboxes can't wait to impregnate them, can't wait to fill them with their energy, hoping that they're empty, trying to find an empty host to become theirs. They're prisoner because they're in prison. So they have to reflect a prison. And that's why we see a prison there. Cult means culture. Means you get to go outside in nature with other villagers. You see? That's what a culture is. I get to go to the beach. You see me at the beach. You see me at the mountain. You see me in the cow fields. You see me singing and dancing with the villagers. That's culture. A prison is cut off. No one can leave. No one can come unless I say so. You need permission. You will be fined. If you do something out wrong, you gotta watch my videos, you need a fine. This is a prison. He's charging, fining. It's time we disanoint this clown and stop doing and following and asking for more of this bullshit. Because it's reached Goku, and we're tired. So we had to give it life. We're tired of mothers and different children. I'm tired of the light making my eyes see dads and people hurt. And when I seen the young girl for somebody else shared it, you know, she looked blank. She looked just like I said, he was using a universal statement. Just look at Zoka. And look how she looked on the last video. And look what he said. Well, you have everything you need here. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be okay, right? You know, she said, well, you put him in a situation where it makes the mind go blank. Well, why would you want to go when you have food here, nature here, everything you ask for is here? Now you got to go within your mind, look crazy, and find out, well, why did I come if I don't want to be here? And he does have nature here. It is food here. I have our sisters, they are cool. They're friendly, but I really don't like him. But, I mean, maybe it's just personal. Maybe it's a test. You see, it fucks you up, especially when you're a weak, young, healing woman. Let me give you another piece. Remember that people who come from the States are not grounded in nature yet, which means they're not ready to stand for themselves. And so he's catching these women before they're able to ground themselves in nature, before they're able to ground themselves in their lifestyle, before they're able to ground themselves in their diet. He's catching them before they can stand on their own too. So they're coming ungrounded, unnourished, just now trying to go vegan, trying to heal in a very, very weak state. And he uses mental manipulation to vampire their life force because he has a disease and he has no life force of his own. The only way he can survive is by having 10 women around him because they are the most powerful beings on the planet. And when you have 9 or 6 women around you giving love and light and trying to work with each other through your shit, you will get some type of love, some type of healing. Remember that each womb and each child is another electromagnetic field of energy resonating for life. So the children there are calling for life. The women there are calling for life. And that's why the energy comes. You see, this nigga is getting supported by the bisexual community, not talking against or with them. You see, we all know we have our things growing. We know what's natural. No one came through homosexuality. No one was birthed through homosexuality. So there's no reason of arguing that. Because you don't get to express homosexuality without the natural bond of a penis and vagina that gave birth through your being first. And now you're able to choose. So we know the truth behind that. Everything else is just what you want to do. So what he does is, since he likes men, he downs the woman because all the gay men are going to send a check. So he has to do it live. You see, everything he's doing, you see, you have to do it live. You got to tell people that the woman is for a piece to be used. Use her for what you can get her for. And see, now the gay men from his sexual entertainment industry, you see, are willing to keep supporting because they see that, oh, you really still like us. You ain't really no polygamous man. You just using them for a show. And that's what's happening. It's nothing but a show, a reality show. And y'all are seeing the real consciousness that needs to be worked on. You're seeing the real healing that needs to be done on the men and the women of the human consciousness, of the human race. Big up. Big up. Goku. I'm trying to pay the man his rent. Shit, he was out here. It was y'all tight. I'm going to get this taken care of, and we're going to go up. I hope everyone enjoyed the live. I guess the son said it was time. I was going to wait till I got all the way in the house, but son said it's time to rock. Amigo, otro amigo. Okay? Otro amigo, okay? Okay. Well, otro amigo. Okay, never mind. He drunk, so he don't know. He is comatose right now. Okay, so I guess I head upstairs. But I guess I'll finish this up right here too before I go upstairs because I want to finish this up. So that's what I wanted to share. So I'm going to go back through the comments. And we have to all understand that, you know, no matter who it is. So for you in your life, now let's take the person out of it. For you in your life, you got to realize that people are conscious. Some people are unconscious of their psychopathic tendencies. You see, using certain statements to make you stay around, and they're psychopathic because they don't want to lose you. They don't want to leave you. And so some people do it on purpose, and some people do it on accident. You see, now, whether it's done on purpose or accident, you are no one's prisoner. You see, you're someone's partner, but you're no one's prisoner.
You're not supposed to have your mind, your soul in prison. Unity, uniting your heart, uniting your mind, uniting your actions is very different from feeling like you're in prison, from being scared to speak a word, scared that you can't laugh when you want. You got to laugh on key or you might get in trouble. You see? Or you might have to leave. Or you might not eat today. You see? Or you might get talked about live. And so these type of things are very, very silly, and people use, they use negative humor, they use negative questioning, they use, sustainability, making you comfortable, because you got to understand that most people that leave the States, they come in a very uncomfortable, wasn't making much money in the first place, was tired of the system anyway. Most people, their parents, they're too busy at work to understand, this shift in energy, this holistic world, don't give no damn about the vegan, you know what I'm saying? So this is what's happening. It's mostly our faults and our, the faults of our ancestors, because our ancestors and our elders don't care about a holistic life. And there's none caring for a holistic life. So people who really want to help, it's time that the elders start caring about a holistic life and living in harmony with nature, because you are in debt to life. And I was going to do this slide, but we can do it. We can tie this in together. Are you in debt to the breath you breathe? Are you in debt to the earth that you walk on and that you make your houses and that you build your cars with? Are you in debt to the sun that shines lights on you and every being on this planet today? Are you in debt to the water that keeps you hydrated? The reason why you disagree is why I'm not getting supported, and why the holistic movement is not getting supported, because you don't think that you're in debt to life, that you don't owe the stage of creation, that you don't owe the earth for providing food for you, that you don't owe the waters for keeping you hydrated, that you don't owe the breath for making sure that you breathe the next moment and make sure you get next thoughts, that you don't owe the sun for shining light on you every day. This is why. So when people ask like, well, Goku, why do you ask for donations? Well, right now the planet needs the human heart to donate their energetic curiosity, their mind, their talents, and their money to restore the damage that is done. And so when you become one with the cycles, when you become one with the planet, and the humanity does not give a damn about the planet, this is why I need exchanges. Because if the mass human consciousness gave a damn about what I was doing, gave a damn about the light being shining, by the light shining, gave a damn about us raising natural babies and giving them the best minds so we can see the new talents and new abilities, and we can truly water these new seeds of life, providing the correct environment, providing a beach and an ocean where they can come and they can actually play at the beach and look at different animals and be harmony with the birds and actually learn from the circle of life with the information that you're able to share from your journey as well. So this is why a lot of nomads, a lot of shamans, this is why all the messiahs were peasants. Because as long as the human race did not care about the flowers, the trees and the bees, the land and the sand, the crowded clouds, the fly in the sky, the stars, the sun, the moon above, the ground and the mound, the stone and the bone, as long as the human race did not care about the circle of light, the circle of love and life that allows us to express the mind, body, heart, and soul, that allows us to express the thought, emotions, and actions that cause us to smile and cause us to rejoice in life and cause us to come together, then we will always be just a little bit broke, because the planet is broken and we're trying to fix it. So for those who do exchange with I have greatly appreciated it. And I greatly appreciate it for those who, made their exchanges today to help me with my rent, because my rent is covered. I was able to get home, do this live real quick, and I'm finna pay him real quick and go upstairs and enjoy my food. And I just wanted to give some power. I wanted to empower you instead of disempower you. And that's what psychopath, that's what a vampire does, is to disempower you and take your light because they have none of their own. When you have your own light, you don't need to vampire anybody else's. You don't need to make anyone else a slave. People are free to come and go because you are the light. You are the wind. You are the breath. And you flow with the seasons and cycles of life with no attachments. Love yourself completely at all times. Goku, Eric. Y'all find all Natureboy supporters and tell them that they need to come support a real one, because I can do it and make it look way more better, make it look way more beautiful, and make it family oriented, where people are actually going to love to come. And it can still be, there's nothing wrong with sex, but it's not supposed to be misused in a way that's vampirific and that's stealing the light and stealing the life force and making people less better off. Sex is healing, but remember that everything is polar has its polar opposites. So sex can be healing or toxic. Sex can be righteous or parasitic. You see? So we got to realize, don't fall for the sex's healing trick. For your sex to be healing, you must have a healed body. You must have a clean vessel. And we can all see the slime slug body that he has. So the mind is reflecting itself. You see, your body is the mind. This is where the mind is. You see, the temple is the mind. There's not one piece of the body that is not intelligent. There's not one bone, one cell, one atom, one particle of you that is not moving in an intelligent way. So when the body is reflecting unhealthy shape, you see, then the mind is truly not in shape. This is what it means that your body is the first language. You should be glowing. You should be cut. You should be a diamond. You should have a golden heart, a silver shimmering body. You should have a diamond mind. You should have a radiant soul. And you should be walking with the bounce of life. You should be ready to sing and jump for joy every day. If not, it's because you don't have the joy in you. And you're working on your life force. This is a game of life force. And when you run out of life force, you are out. And vampires, especially with people with diseases, they know that the only way to sustain itself is to get in more life force. And if you're not able to do the holistic life in the holistic way, you must steal the light from another. Just watch all the movies you need to know. And watch all the movies you need to figure that shit out. They'll tell you, watch all the information, they'll tell you. That's what vampires do. And anyone that's against, you see what I'm saying? Like, they should be, when you are truly the pure temple that you're supposed to be, then you're going to always, Gracias.
Ridiculous. I feel like it's getting ridiculous. And my heart, I'm the oldest girl of 10. So my heart hurts whenever I see another woman. They don't even have to be younger than me, but just another woman falling for the okie doke. We gotta use our own discernment. We can't be so desperate. Like, I get it. I understand how it is in this movement as far as like the spiritual journey movement. I get it. Like, I was there. I'm here. It gets lonely. It's hard to find people. Keep your thoughts, baby. I'm just checking. I'm putting my phone right here in the charger just to make sure. I'll hold tight. It's gonna pause. I just want to see how much better I got. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, 11%. I'm glad I went over here. So you gotta stay right here, baby. I'm on 11%. I'm gonna bring the.
I could plug this up over there.
Yeah.
It's not a good connection right here. Plug it up by the window.
Come on. We got 11%, y'all.
And so. Oh yeah. Bring. We can scoop that
shit. It's gonna be dark over here. All right. So this is what I might do. Yeah. Cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off and save this live before anything stupid happens. Oh, okay. So, yeah, then I'm going to get back on. Fuck that. We ain't going to waste this one. This one needs to be, this one is flame. We coming right back. I'm just putting this on, and for the end this, we're going to come right back. Hold tight.
Then I can finish what.
Yeah, she said, fuck it, we on the road. It's on the charter. We should be fine. Somebody screen record.
Oh, somebody screen record?
Y'all vote. What y'all think I should do? Get off and come back on? We want to keep it live? There's so many comments I want to read through. Y'all inbox me too, some of y'all questions and comments. There's so many I want to go through.
He is not going to go through all them comments.
I'm going to try my best.
Let me read them out loud before the end of the night.
Baby, you not going to there's a million of them.
Because y'all.
Yes, I'm glad you did.
He literally does.
Feel it in your bones. Feel it in your spirit. The light is here. See, everybody feels it. There is a Messiah here on earth. It's up to y'all to choose and figure out who. I'm just saying what I feel, what I'm being told from the stars and sun and moon. And I just believe that I'm shining it better than anyone I've seen. So, everyone is fine, but the light is here. The consciousness is here. And the chosen few are here, the chosen two are here, and the chosen, golden, frozen, spoken, token, the one, the drum is here. Brum ba bum bum bum. Brum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. But is he a hero? Great ape of the great gates, ooh-wee, ooh-wee, make way for a great ape of the great gates, coconuts and grapes on my plate, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. So, baby, let me do this. And I want to see your phone while you're talking to them real quick so I can do this. So I want to show y'all this before I forget.
Well, you got to stop interrupting me as soon as I get in.
Well, baby, I have to do it. You see, my baby don't interrupt me when she gets wrong.
It's going to take me a minute to try to gather up what I'm trying to say. And then if I get interrupted, I know.
Go on and get it to him. Okay,
so what was I saying?
You were saying you was the older brother?
So with me being just a woman, forget that I'm a sister, you know, it does something to me to continuously see women. To continuously.
Don't pay attention, baby. Just pay attention to the video.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm nosy. Messages coming in. To continuously see women falling for the okie, you know, and not having enough power within themselves, not trusting their intuition, because it's like the signs are there, you know. All the women that went, they can't tell me they didn't have a sign or two or three. You know, at this point, it's just too out there. You know, it's too out there for us to keep ignoring. And so it's like a part of me is becoming numb. It's just like, you know, if you know, all these people out here, shout out to everybody that's on his ass, you know, all these people out here on his ass working day in and day out to put out all this information and make sure that, you know, we're not continuously having to help heal and support more people that's leaving from that same situation. Especially people that are thinking that they're leaving to get a certain type of answer, and then, or you know, they leave with some type of issues and think that where they're going is going to make them better, and then what happens is they leave even worse than when they left. And so, what was my point? My point in all that is to say, you know, I'm starting to get numb to it, because it's just like, dang, what else needs to be said? What else could he possibly do? So at this point, I'm starting to look at it like this. There's a certain type of frequency that he's putting out, and there's a certain type of vibration that's being attracted to him. You know what I'm saying? We can't just continuously look at people on the outside, and we don't know what demons they battling within that match his, you know, that's bringing them together for whatever reason. Because I believe, you know, if we believe in the universal laws, then we know that everything happens for a reason, you know, which means that these women got something to learn, obviously. If you didn't sit down and you didn't watch these teachings, you didn't watch him act a fool, you didn't watch him degrade, disrespect women. I mean, you didn't watch him. I mean, he already done said it out his mouth just recently. He don't have no respect for women, you know. So it's just like, come on. Even the women around him look like goofies. What are we doing? And then these same women are waking up every day trying to preach to the mass about what? What can you teach us, Mama? What you doing? You know, what can you teach us? What are you standing for as a mother, as a woman, when that's what, you know, you're enabling? Because as long as you're there, that's what you're enabling. And so it's crazy. Even the women that's not there, shit. Any woman that's looking at him act that way and, you know, still support him, it just goes to show the level of sickness that we're in. You know, shouldn't no woman stand for that shit. All of us is worthy. I don't give a fuck, you know, what you think is wrong with you. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care how deep your pain goes. You're still worthy, and nobody deserves to be treated less than that. And so that's really it. I mean, I could talk all day. Because me and Bay actually used to disagree. I wanted him to get on his ass a long time ago. I used to be hot. We used to get into full-blown arguments. Do you hear me? Because he, you know, baby, how Bay is, if he gonna go in and, you know, put the flame under somebody's ass, he want to make sure that he doing it that he got the right reasons to do it, if he gonna put his energy towards it, because that's a lot of energy coming their way, and he knows it. So it took a minute, but I mean,
let me see that. Yeah, and so I'm finna clean up a little bit, like what you were saying, and so people know, you know, y'all can pretty much. I told this man, because it's like we are all united in life, and I'm here. If you don't speak against evil, then you stand with it. If you don't speak against parasites, you stand with it. And I don't stand with someone against the women, against the womb, disrespecting the womb, disrespecting the men, disrespecting the planet, and misusing the information. Yeah. And with that being said, that is why I went ahead and brought it to my page. Also, you know, a lot of people tell me he says things, he's mentioned my name. I don't even watch his videos, but he's mentioned my name. But the fact is that I've called this man in video, so everyone knows I've called this man in video to his face and told him that if you do not clean up your shit, and like I told him personally, because he know who I am. He is in my inbox. He stalks me like a girl. He's a drag. He is a drag. Hey, ask my goddess.
Yeah.
Ask my goddess. I show my inbox.
He called me. The other morning. I was hot.
He calls me.
The disturbing
He
our
watches
peace.
me every day and stalks me
With all
like a
that
drag queen.
foolishness.
He
This
loves
fool
seeing
sent
Goku.
him his photo shoot.
He sent me a photo shoot. What'd he do?
He sent him pictures of him flexing and shit.
He was he sent me a picture of him flexing, trying to make himself look strong, thinking he can intimidate Goku. Silly boy. And then I called him live and chunked him live. He did not want to say a word.
He ain't gonna never do it live.
He was doing, so do not let this man fool y'all in his inbox saying, I will go live with Goku, I will debate Goku. This man will not go live with me. This man does not want me to be on his page. This man has known who I am for 4 years and has been going on my page, stealing shit. He just started calling his people disciples when I spoke against this shit, when I said, I don't want students, I want disciples. Then all of a sudden, he got disciples now. All of a sudden, this nigga dressing up like a yogi now. Get your stupid ass.
Goddamn
get your
hour.
goddamn dumb ass. This boy is silly. This is a psychopathic clown who they like to wear a lot of that's what psychopaths do. Look at psychopath movies. They like to wear a lot of costumes. A lot of different masks.
Different faces.
Different faces. You see? Y'all better pay attention.
They can select. He select. He has any, mini, money, more select.
And that's what pisses me off, because I was showing by the light, what he was doing, because I came across information. iPhone, I need to give her some more minutes, but I came across information. It's called Real Superpowers. It's an app on iPhone that has something called Real Superpowers, and it has universal statements and statements that people can use to mentally manipulate people. You see, so you get a 21-year-old girl there away from her family, and you tell her that your family don't really love you, that they really can't nourish you, and she's already thinking, well, they don't understand the stuff I was trying to speak to them.
Exactly.
They don't understand the knowledge I was giving. So he's right. So why would you go back? So now you're confused. When you're saying that nature is here, your food is here, it's fruit here, there's other beautiful sisters here, you have a family here that's going to love you. Why would you go back? So again, you see what I'm saying? From a weak person, you see what I'm saying? Weak person that's coming in trying to heal, and haven't experienced enough healing to stand on their own too. So an ungrounded person, remember that the earth and the rivers and the water and connecting with the earth is what grounds you. So when you come up from the States, you're waking up to this holistic life, living in nature. You ain't never lived in no jungle. You never lived in no culture. You never did any of that, because you're coming from the concrete jungle. You're coming from a system that has had us mentally oppressed and disconnected from life. And so you come into life, you're not grounded, you're not connected to the air, you're not connected to the water. So now you're this open vessel, and you've just been given all this information from one being who has the house somewhere in nature. You're millions of miles away from home. You have to get on a plane. You don't speak the language of the same country. So now you're somewhere, you don't speak the language. He got you off in the goddamn mountains. And then he got an entertainment stripper business that he don't make holistic. And he's vampiring your damn energy, and then using universal statements to make you feel uncomfortable about leaving. And this is why he begged me he was on his knees to beg me to goddamn stay. Because when I was there, it was all respect, period. Don't let that man fool you. It showed me when I was there, when the women was being disrespected, when the kids were being disrespected. It was not happening.
Better not have.
You see? So, and it's because I was there so very, very briefly, because he was just a gateway. Understand that this man was a gateway, and that he didn't know what he was being used for. Nature was using him as a gateway to wake people up and release their fears about living in the country. It doesn't mean that you have to go there. It means to release your fears about really going to the tropics, living more natural, that there are places you can go that are very beautiful, that are less expensive, that your food grow all year round long, that there's rivers and beaches and oceans for you to bathe in, connect with, and release your stresses, and to help calm your heart. And there's also, plenty of beaches and mountains to ground your body. You see? And for you to have a natural experience in life as you grow, as you thrive, and as you mentally, emotionally project and create your reality. You see? So for you to remember that in order for you to power up, in order for you to upgrade yourself, you are a being that is upgraded by the air, by the breath you breathe. You are a being that's upgraded by the water that you drink. You are a being that's upgraded by the earth that you eat from. You are a being that's upgraded by the sun that you bathe in and the moonlight that you bathe in. And you're also a being that's upgraded by the thoughts, emotions, and actions that come with that nourishment. And so when you're not getting nourished correctly, you're not getting upgraded correctly. You see, you're downgrading yourself, because this is a game of life force. And when you're in nature, you are on the charger. And when you are out of nature, you are off the charger. You see, that's how that works. That's what coming to nature is about. It's about putting yourself on the charger with life. We've been off the charger of the circle of life too long. And we are very much in debt to the earth. We are very much in debt to the air that we breathe. We are very much in debt to the earth from raping her of all the minerals and creating all these buildings, and now creating where the earth can't heal herself, without our assistance. You see, where she's at a slow healing state, and it's speeding up. This is why the sun had to heat up, because the earth is healing at a slow rate. So now the sun is heating up, causing the cancers and the diseases to speed up.
And when you're not in harmony with sun food, then your disease speed up. You see, that's what's happening. See, you can't catch cancer if you're on a raw sun diet. When you're eating sunlight, when you're eating the fruits, the waters. Remember that the ocean is bathed in the light, moonlight, and sunlight eternally since creation. And that when you eat anything from a tree, that it's been out soaking in moonlight and sunlight. And so when you're eating from the sun, you're not going to get diseased from the sun. But when you have a toxic diet and you're not eating sun foods, you're not eating fruit, you're not eating nuts, you're not eating whole foods in the way that the sun has prepared them, then you end up in a dead, decaying, decomposing state, and this is what we call disease, distress, disorder of the body, because you're losing life force. This is a game of life force. So remember that when you eat, something is trying to offer you life force or take life force. Something is trying to offer you a charge or take your charge. Something is trying to offer you a light or take your light. Something is trying to light your candle or blow it out. And so most of us, when we eat food, we're blowing our candle out. We're taking ourselves off the charger. You see, because our food does not have a charge. Obviously, a dead carcass does not have any life force to offer you, or that animal would be alive. You see, when a predator eats another animal, it is after the blood, the heartbeat. It can sense the heartbeat, it can smell the blood, it can smell the fear, and it chases the solar energy, it chases the soul and it eats it on the spot before it gets a chance to go into that dead, decomposing states, because it wants. And that's the only way you're going to get anywhere further. This is a game of energy.
The possibilities are here. If I present a chance to make it real. Systems too far gone for words like this. They should be happy people are coming to the table now to try again. To exchange ideas of efficiency and competence. A combination of the essence of frugality and magnificence. Just making sense.